people don't really think that they can actually give Liverpool a run for, that tight competition to actually maybe usurp Liverpool and win a title. The latest reaction came from Nuno Espirito Santo when he was asked about why he went with a certain formation. He said Arsenal do not have a striker. Yeah, let's talk about Arsenal now. Clearly, yes, they don't have a striker. They say they are doing the Mikel Merino super sub, whatever, but it's not working.
Well, it's pretty straightforward. David Seaman, who is an Arsenal legend, football legend, says as long as he doesn't hear any songs being sung, then it means the title isn't over, pretty much. So
mathematically
they still have a chance, and so yeah, but realistically, I don't see that they have a chance because, like I said, 13-point gap is too wide a gap with these many games to play for them to be able to just chase down Liverpool and get past them to win the title. And like I said, the reality will dawn on them. It has already dawned on them. We saw the body language as they walked off the pitch against Nottingham Forest. If they haven't down tools, at least 70% of them of their ability, of their commitment, of their focus, it's down. 70% is down. Especially when you also have to look at it from the standpoint that players are human beings. They see all the injuries that have happened to Saka, Martinelli, Kai Havertz, all these players.
But is it not these same Arsenal players that Mikel Arteta went to ask if he should sign a striker and they said no, they can do the job?
Yeah, because they were coming off a very great season.
But you see,
they were coming off a great season.
So
and so it's understandable why they would do.
Did he actually ask them?
Well,
the reports coming in.
Those are the reports. We are not there.
You see, I find my issue with that is you are the manager. You are the one.
Yeah, but why would you even go and ask?
That's why I'm surprised.
You're the one to take the final decision with who comes in and who goes out.
I'm surprised. Does he also? The only thing I can ask them is maybe let's say you're buying a player. Some of you know the player. What do you think about?
Yeah, you can go and ask him. What's
and
he
then
like?
Whether he will fit in the dressing room. That makes sense to me.
How does he gel with the culture?
Yeah, that one makes perfect sense.
Because you know that some players come in and their attitude, they bring about a lot of rancor and all that in the dressing room. So when you want to do those checks,
that would make sense. But to ask the players what type of player you should buy.
Because those were the reports that the players said.
So for me,
they can actually do a good job. So
back to what I was saying.
So actually, let me even put it like maybe a bit verbatim. It's like they said, he did a super sub thing with the Mikel Merino when he came on and scored against Leicester 2-0. And they were like, oh yeah, they are very comfortable with.
Well, that wasn't even in January. That was after January.
So,
yes.
So.
But the thing is, like I said, look, I see their body language, and it's like, look, 70% they've given up, and they're already looking at next season. They're already looking at the glut of injuries that they've had. I honestly do not see some players really going full on board when it comes to that commitment, 50-50 challenges. We might end up seeing some Arsenal players taking business decisions when it comes to certain situations in a game. And so for me, it has been a bit disappointing. It has been disappointing because in the lead up to the season, which team aside Man City was picked as the title winners, potential title winners?
Yeah.
It was Arsenal. And so for them to fall off this bad and not deal with a situation that they could have easily dealt with. Because it's not like they don't have they are in a situation like Manchester United where they are fighting against PSR issues and all that. They could have done some good business in the January transfer window if they haven't seen them miss out on getting a striker in the off season. They could have salvaged the situation in the January transfer window. They didn't, and so for me, looking at all these factors, it has been very disappointing. And they really have to ace that signing in the off season. Else, it will be more disappointment for Arsenal fans, and it could just end up costing Mikel Arteta his job. Because next season, if he doesn't win a title, like an FA Cup, a Premier League or a Champions League title,
you think?
But what makes you think they can't win the Champions League this season when the players come back?
Yeah, because once they get past PSV Eindhoven, they are taking on, I believe, the winner of Real Madrid. They are taking on the winner of Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid.
But Saka, their best player will be back.
Okay, but do I fancy? Bukayo Saka, who just recently got back from injury, going up against that Atletico Madrid defense?
No, it's not going to
work. But the Real Madrid defense also has a lot of injuries. I think we are closing our minds to the possibilities.
Well, let's see how they'll fare.
But I just don't see them win the Champions League.
Okay, so you still think that Arsenal will drop from second spot, right?
Yeah, I still think that they'll drop from second spot.
So disagrees though. Well, I won't say anything in regards to that. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about Manchester City's chances. Yeah, things that they can actually usurp Arsenal to second spot and finish second behind Liverpool, who probably would be eventual winners.